at these cases, you discover what you need to develop over time. It's not something that happens on that particular day. You know, there is a woman whose case I did with my brother, said, I broke down in tears afterwards. This woman apparently had reported her husband over 10 times for physical abuse, and every time she would go and withdraw the charges at the police station. Until on this day, I believe she stabbed him once on the neck. And he died. Having realized the man is dead, panic is obviously, tries to get rid of evidence, takes paraffin, pours on the body, sets it alight, drags it outside into the garage, and then goes to the deceased uncle and says, stays with the uncle. I think the child was 2.5 years old or something. Stays with the uncle. He doesn't know what his nephew has been what? The next door children are the ones play. They then climb the house. Apparently the garage didn't have a door. These children see, I think it was a 9-year-old and 7-year-old, they see a body like shape, but it's charred. Then they run and tell their mother, then the mother goes there. She was like, oh, this is a person, they are bent beyond recognition. Call the neighbors call the police, the body is taken, mortuary and all. And then the neighbors, knowing the background of what was happening in this home, they immediately suspect. With the war that was always going on in this house, they start hunting that one. And then they discover, all of the neighbors discovered that a beer drink. They say, we suspect your nephew. That's when they then go as members of the community, they figure when the citizens arrest on that woman straight to the police station. When they get to the police station, this woman is denying, I don't know what I mean, my husband went to SA, what. Then the investigating officer says, when I was called in and tasked to take over the matter by my boss, I looked at this woman and said, I was like, I know you. You know how it is like, they will try and no, you don't know me, what do you know me from? Are you not the woman? You used to report your husband. Your husband called so and so. And always come here crying, bothering us. That is the time then she realized that they got out. So what happened? That's when she starts narrating, so she says, when he said that and went outside, I believed he's going to get a more lethal what? Weapon. I grabbed the kitchen knife and I waited by the door. So as he walked in, before he even did anything further, before she even saw what he was, because apparently the man was not even carrying anything. Steps the man. The man died. And that was murder with actual intent. Murder with actual intent is the worst kind of murder you will get. You can even get penalty in our jurisdiction. And she was sentenced to an effective 25 years. And it breaks your heart because now you are realizing this could have been avoided. It need not have gotten to where it got. And there are also men who get pushed to that extent. It's sad what abuse is doing to our families and the community and the church. Because now the same thing is, these are the same children who come to children's ministries on Sabbath, who were hitting their father last night together with their mother, who know that there is nothing but a dirty rape. Daddy can't say anything. Whatever Daddy says, we don't listen to. Mom is the person who speaks in this house. I want us to just read Kancane 1 Samuel 2. Again, it's a story siyaziga, abantwana baka Eli, the priest, how the boys rebelled and started doing started doing into ezihlolayo, some kind of, from ama-priests. Second Samuel, 1 Samuel 2, from verse 12 there. I think in the skip as any questions, I'll let you know. From verse 12, now the sons of Eli were base men. See contrast with the description of Job. Job and how he's described. Abantwana bakabani laba? U-Eli mba. uKristu omkhulu. Abantwana bakhulele ngaphi? uKristu. Bakhulele church, From the time they were born and they are growing up. Banikelwe yabona sisi yabonga mntaba. Banikelwa ngisho. But in the rest of the described on my Bible, in the way basement. I'm going to say, I'm going to say, I'm going to say, but these are the children of God. They were basemen. They knew not Jehovah. Doesn't sound right. How does a son not know Jehovah? When they grew up in the house of the Lord. They knew not Jehovah. And the custom of priests against Israel, how daring these people are. The abuse of power we are talking about. And the custom of the priests with the people was that when any man offered sacrifice, the priest's servant came while the flesh was boiling with a flesh hook of 3 teeth in his hand, and he struck it into the pan of pebble or cauldron or pot. All that the flesh hook brought up, the priest took them. So they did in Shiloh unto all the Israelites that came hither. Ye, before they burnt the fat, the priest's servant came and said to the men that sacrificed, give flesh to roast for the priest, for he will not have boiled flesh of me, but roast. They are changing now the rules. And if the men said unto him, they will surely burn the fat first, and then take as much as thy soul desireth, then he will say, nay, but thou shalt give it to me now. And if not, I'll take it by force. And the sin of the young man was very great before Jehovah, for the men despised the offering of Jehovah. See verse 22. Now Eli was very old, and he heard all that his sons did unto all Israel, and how that they lay with the women that did service at the door of the tent of the meeting. Sayibona abuse? It's shocking. Kungala? Kwenzakala ngaphi lo? Efamon. With the women in service. Abasakwazi fusto. Akusala khoma la. So ngumtserendende nje. Ma breaks eluzi. So hanjwa so gelezwa akusela nto ezilayo, akusela nto ehlonto, akusela nto wrong, akusela nto embi before these sons of Eli. Whatever they want, they get. At whatever time they want it. At whatever cost. They didn't care whose toes, even Jehovah's toes, they were now stepping on his toes. Because they wanted the women, they wanted the meat. Abuse of power in the church. Let us be very, very careful. Let us self-introspect. You know, it's easy to read about Eli right now. Say, how could they do that? How daring! What are we doing? What are we doing ourselves here in the house of the Lord? What are we doing? Where we can take the 3 locals and choose the 4, or whichever way you call it, and choose whatever. Let the folk choose. It's different. But what are we doing in the house of the Lord with the power that we have been honored with? It's very issue of power you honor. Yes. It's not an issue of. It's not really an issue of what you can demand it and say I have a right to this. Normally, it's an honor to find yourself in a certain position of power. You are just being honored and trusted. You know, there's an element of trust that comes with being placed in a position of what? Of power. And abuse comes from the failure to appreciate that you have responsibilities. I'm saying some politicians, I'm saying, what's in the one hotel, I'm saying, I'm accepting speech and bonus, I'm a servant, I'm here to serve. Try and talk to that servant. After that day of being you're a servant. I'm not a servant. You're a servant. You can't get through to your servant. Who is there to serve you? Because suddenly they look at you and think, who is going on? What does he have? He thinks I waste my time. I want to talk to people who have money, big men like me, men of my status. Who are you? Sit down or no, I don't even want to see you. We may not be politicians, that's called politics. So let us be very, very careful and wary of how we deal with issues of power. Maybe before closing, since I take in music 40,